Hi everyone, this is Adrian from OddsWiz, and today we're going to show you one way of using the OddsWiz stats to make bets. After we posted the article on the Kelly Criterion calculator, we got some requests from people saying, okay, we understand with the Kelly Criterion, but how we determine our own probabilities in order to get value bets and the Kelly Criterions. So we decided here to show you one way of doing it. Obviously, this is not the only way. You have to use your own strategy, decide exactly how important you think each of these stats that we are offering is. You can choose to discard one of them. You can choose to use only a couple of them. You can choose to make one of them or more of them more important than the others. That's up to you. So with this warning, let's start and show you one way of using the OddsWiz stats to determine some probabilities. For this example, we're going to use West Ham versus Bournemouth. In order to determine the probabilities, I have created an Excel file that uses these 6 indicators: the attack force of the home team, attack force of the away team, defense strength of the home team, defense strength of the away team, the shape of the home team, and the shape of the away team. You'll see exactly how these columns are used and how they will produce the probabilities, which we will then plug into the Kelly Criterion calculator. I already posted the bookmaker payouts, the one that I use when placing bets. You have to use your own bookmaker's payouts. So let's get started. The first thing I do before I do any analysis of a game, I filter by game type. This will show me the games where West Ham played at home, and on the other side the games where Bournemouth was a guest. After I filter that, I sort by attack similarity and look at how many games are similar to this one with respect to the attack similarity. And for West Ham, I see that there are about 4 games, and out of those 4 games we had 3 victories and 1 draw. So I go to the Excel file and I put for a win 3 out of 4, and for a draw I put 1 out of 4. Now I go to the Bournemouth side, and here I see that there are only 2 games that are similar with respect to the attack. So I'm going to use only those 2. You could choose 4. Again, that's a personal preference. So I go here and I put 2 out of 2. I put on the home team winning column, obviously, because here Bournemouth lost both games, and this means the home team won. I now go back to the OddsWiz stats and do the same with the defense similarity. For the defense, I see that there are 2 games that are similar to this one. Both were a win for West Ham. So I go to home defense row and put 2 out of 2. If I go to Bournemouth, I see that there are also 2 matches that are similar and both were a draw. So I go here and put 2 out of 2. Then I sort by shape. I see that there are 3 games that are similar. 1 was a loss and 2 were a draw. I put 2 out of 3 were a draw, and 1 out of 3 was a loss. If I go to the away team, I see again 3 matches that are similar. 2 were wins and 1 was a draw. So I put 2 out of 3 were a win and 1 out of 3 was a draw. This row total, it's an intermediary row that sums up the probabilities from each column. And here is the total of all the sums of the probabilities. So in the end, the probability is just the sum of probabilities for a home team and the sum of all the probabilities. And we end up with these numbers: 46, 38, and 70%, which we copy and we use in the Kelly Criterion calculator to see what we get. So here we paste the values and we end up with the value of the bets. So surprisingly, the result that is the most likely from our calculator doesn't have any value to it. The only valuable bet is the draw, and the Kelly Criterion tells us how much of our betting account should we use for this bet. As you can see from this page, because I use the Legend package, I have access to a lot of games. If you were to use the free package or the professional, you would have access to a lot less games, and that would affect the actual games that you are seeing when you're doing what I did. Some of the games might be unavailable if you have a lower package. Another thing to consider is that if you have the Legend package, you can download Excel files which gives you access to a lot more games for each team. So here I have 20 matches, but with the Excel file you have access to 5 or 6 seasons back, which is actually a lot. And if you know a little bit of programming, you could automate the calculations that I did here, and you won't have to do this manually. Okay, I think that would be it. Thank you for watching.